All right, let's talk AI. And I don't mean the sci-fi stuff, the far-off future fantasies. The age of AI, it isn't on the horizon anymore. It's here, it's now, and it's changing pretty much everything. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise and give you a really clear 360-degree look at what's actually happening in AI today. Let's jump in. For years, AI was all about what if, but that whole conversation has completely changed. We've really crossed a critical line, moving from these abstract ideas to actual concrete applications. We're talking about real-world deployment, specialized tools, and the very real impact AI is having on our lives right at this moment.
So to really get our heads around this huge shift, we're going to break it down and look at 5 key areas. First, we'll look at how AI is spreading across the globe. Then, we'll dive into all the new tools that are putting its power in everyone's hands. We'll even get a peek inside the research labs, face the big sustainability question, and then at the end, we'll tie it all together to see the big picture.
Okay, first up, the great AI migration. This just isn't a story about Silicon Valley anymore. The talent, the money, the innovation, it's all flowing across borders now, creating a truly global AI ecosystem. And a perfect example of this? Look no further than Anthropic's major move into India. By setting up shop in Bengaluru, one of the fastest-growing tech hubs on the planet, they're sending such a clear signal. The message is, the future of AI won't be built in just one country. No way. This is a super smart, strategic move to tap into a massive pool of talent and a market that is just exploding. So this global expansion is being fueled by a whole new wave of tools that are putting the power of AI into millions of people's hands. And the goal is really simple. Make this technology easy to use, practical, and a part of our everyday lives. And that right there is the question that's just igniting this firestorm of innovation. It's a huge shift from asking what's possible someday to what can I actually build today? And this new way of thinking is just unleashing a wave of creativity that's changing industries almost overnight. I mean, just look at the incredible variety of these new tools. You've got everything from no-code AI for game developers with something like Strackety, all the way to a private offline AI that lives on your phone with Lexay AI. This isn't just about making AI easier to use. It's about making it more specialized, more secure, and more deeply woven into the tools we already use for work. And it's not just for the tech pros. AI is kind of becoming this invisible engine that powers how we all communicate. Just imagine a newsletter from Beehive that's totally personalized for every single person who reads it, or a world where language barriers just disappear thanks to tools like ChatGPT Translate. That's the power of AI, and it's happening as we speak. But, these amazing tools are really just the tip of the iceberg, because underneath all that, there's a revolution happening in the research labs where scientists are really pushing the limits of what AI can do. Let's take a look at the incredible work coming out of a place like Hugging Face. They're not just trying to build bigger and more powerful models. Nope, they're doing this really delicate balancing act, pushing on 2 fronts at once to make AI both smarter and more efficient. And this 2-pronged approach is absolutely key. The best way to think about it is like you're tuning a high-performance car, right? On one side, you have projects like OptiMind, which is all about efficiency. That's your miles per gallon, making the engine run way faster while using less fuel. On the other side, you've got features like open responses, focused on effectiveness. That's the quality of the drive itself, making AI sound more natural, more human, more like us. It's this exact mix of raw power and delicate touch that's going to unlock the next level of AI. But this constant push for more and more power has a dark side. As these models get more complex, the massive scale of their use means their environmental footprint is growing, and fast. And that brings us to the elephant in the room, sustainability. This quote from the World Economic Forum really puts the challenge into perspective. The question is no longer just, can we build it? It's, should we build it? And if we do, how in the world do we do it without wrecking the planet in the process? So the challenge here is huge, but you know what? So is the opportunity. The entire AI industry is now in a race against time to clean up its act, from powering data centers with renewable energy to designing brand new, ultra-efficient AI chips. This isn't just about saving the planet, it's about building a smarter, more sustainable, and frankly, more profitable future for AI. So, let's recap. We've got a global AI race, an explosion of new tools, a quiet revolution in the research labs, and this huge sustainability crisis looming over everything.
How do all these pieces actually fit together? Let's connect the dots and check out the big picture. What we're seeing isn't just these trends coming together. It's more like a collision of massive forces. On one side, you have this incredible global demand for more powerful and accessible AI. And on the other, you have the very real, hard limits of our planet's resources. The future of AI is going to be shaped right in the middle of this battle between innovation and responsibility. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, AI isn't some niche technology anymore. It's a global force that's reshaping our world. It's getting more powerful, easier to get your hands on, and more woven into our daily lives. But with great power comes great responsibility. And the real challenge for all of us is to make sure this technology is built and used with our eyes wide open. And that leaves us with a final, and maybe the most important question of all. As these AI tools become just a normal part of our lives, who's actually responsible for their cost, both environmentally and socially? Is it the big tech companies building them? Is it the governments that are, let's be honest, struggling to keep pace? Or is it us, the people who are using this tech every single day? Look, there's no simple answer here, but it is a conversation we absolutely have to start having. Thanks for tuning in.